Hello, 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 hello. Apologies. Earlier, the voice wasn't working because of few technical issues. As I told you, I have started this um, this channel from the motive of providing information on three topics. जब भी मैं कभी भी यूट्यूब पर जाती हूँ, तो वहाँ बहुत सारे मुझे अ, चैनल मिल जाते हैं जो आपको बताएँगे कि इस इस शेयर में आप इन्वेस्ट कीजिए, ये कीजिए, वो कीजिए, आप करोड़पति बन जाएँगे, अरबपति बन जाएँगे, ये सब। पर मुझे कभी भी कोई ऐसा चैनल नहीं मिला जो आपको एजुकेट करे या बताए कि हम अपनी पहली जॉब कैसे ले सकते हैं या हम अपनी स्किल्स को कैसे बढ़ा सकते हैं, हम अपने माइंडसेट को कैसे चेंज कर सकते हैं या हमें क्या क्या हम अपने लाइफ़स्टाइल में चेंज करें कि हमारा जो नेक्स्ट डे है वो कल से बेटर हो। मैं हरियाणा के एक छोटे से गाँव से आती हूँ और ऑब्वियसली अगर आप 15 साल, 20 साल पीछे जाओ तो चीज़ें बहुत अलग थी। आज के टाइम में अवेलेबिलिटी चीज़ों की बहुत है, उस समय में वो भी नहीं थी। तो ये भी एक कंसर्न था उस समय में हमारे पास कि आज की तरह ये नहीं था कि हाँ, यूट्यूब पे गए और चीज़ें देख ली। पर इवन दो आज यूट्यूब है, इंटरनेट की अवेलेबिलिटी है, स्टिल जो जिस तरह का कंटेंट हमारे यंगस्टर्स को, हमारी नई जनरेशन को चाहिए, क्या उस वैसा कंटेंट बन रहा है? नहीं, मैं आई एम नॉट द राइट पर्सन टू टॉक अबाउट दैट, बट आई कैन टेल यू माय मोट्टो, व्हाट आई रियली वांट टू डू, व्हाट आई मिस्ड इन माय लाइफ एंड what helped me to reach at what I am. I'm not a big achiever. I'm just a uh, I have just done bit of my struggle, reach where I am. So without wasting time, I'll start with why I started this channel. तो उसके तीन मेन कारण थे और उसमें जो सबसे पहला था कि Australia is the number one. If people want to ask something about Australia, how to come to Australia, how to find a job in Australia, how the life is in Australia, is it a good decision to come or not? This type of normal question because I'm living in Australia. If you want to have anything related to either it's from migration perspective or to ask about how to settle here, which university is good, which courses will help you further to find a job, this type of question, if you have any, you just can ask me. The second thing, and the most important thing, because that's related to my career as well, I being a consultant, investment banker, and now in corporate, I have bit of knowledge about investment valuation and strategy. So that's what I want to share with everyone what I have learned. अ, किसी भी आप बड़े से बड़े इन्वेस्टर्स को उठा के देखिए, चाहे वो वारेन बफेट हो, चाहे वो राकेश झुनझुनवाला साहब हो, चाहे वो राधा कृष्ण दलवाई है, एनीवन, चाहे वो अ, हमारे पीटर लिंच हैं, हूएवर इट इज़, आप कोई भी उठा के देख लीजिए, सभी आपको एक ही बात बताएँगे कि आप मार्केट को टाइम करने की कोशिश मत कीजिए, यू कांट टाइम द मार्केट। बट आजकल मोस्ट ऑफ जो चैनल्स आ रहे हैं, जो जिन पे जो बातें हो रही हैं, दे दे मोस्ट आर टॉकिंग अबाउट कि हाँ, दिस इज़ द राइट टाइम टू बाय दिस स्टॉक और दिस इज़ द रॉन्ग टाइम टू बाय दिस स्टॉक और बाय दिस स्टॉक इट विल बी अ मल्टी बैगर, दैट टाइप ऑफ थिंग। माय थिंग इज़ इट्स नोबडी कैन टाइम द मार्केट। हाँ, आप फंडामेंटल कह सकते हो कि यार ये स्टॉक का फंडामेंटल बहुत सही है। ये स्टॉक सही लग रहा है बिकॉज़ ऑफ दिस रीज़न्स। इस स्टॉक का रेवेन्यू बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग है, रेवेन्यू रिकरिंग है, इसका बिज़नेस मॉडल बहुत अच्छा है, इसके पास कोई ऐसी यूनिक क्वालिटीज़ हैं या इसके इसके पास कोई कॉम्पिटिटिव एज है। People are not talking about those things. They are just saying, okay, just do this. And why? Because it's a hot topic. Nowadays, AI is a very hot topic and everyone is talking about AI. बट अगर आप इंटरनेट पे जाकर देखेंगे हर रोज एवरी डे देर आर thousands of company coming into AI. How do you know which one is good, which one is bad, where to invest? मुझे तो एआई की लिमिटेड नॉलेज है, कुछ भी नॉलेज नहीं है बिना यूज़ करने के कि हाँ भाई हाँ, चैट जीपीटी है, रिज़्यूमे से रिलेटेड है या समथिंग बिट ऑफ पोर्टफोलियो से रिलेटेड है। हम सब एक एक नॉर्मल बंदे को जिसने जब अब तक एआई में काम नहीं किया, जिसको एक्सपर्टीज़ नहीं है, हाउ मच वी नो अबाउट एआई? But we still investing a lot in AI because someone has recommended us. Someone is telling, okay, it's good, it's a good stock. Just put money in it. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's the worst thing you can do to your portfolio, to your investment. Never ever do that. That's my request to everyone. If you are beginner, start with ETF. That's the best thing to do. ETF is the best thing to do. Why I'm saying right now? Because if you don't have time to research, you don't have knowledge, and if you will pick up Sensex from last 10 years and see, Sensex has given maybe, I think so, CGR basis in double digits. You haven't done any research. You are just directly investing in the companies which are there in Sensex or Nifty. These ETFs are replicating that. If if you are the first investor, this is the first time, start investing in that. That's the best you can do. So that's the second thing. And then to give provide education on valuation, how to do valuation, what's the financial modeling, how you can create your career in this field. That's very important part. If you will see this part, financial modeling, valuation, financial planning and analysis, you give it commercial analyst, manager. This is quite a big chunk of I can say workforce. You can enter into that if you have good knowledge of given good knowledge of financial modeling, financial statements. You understand how to create a financial model for any business, either it's a new startup or it's a blue chip company. If you understand that thoroughly, you can do that, right? So, learning about valuation from basics. I'm a big fan of Asavath Damodaran. Whenever it comes to corporate finance, valuation, and financial modeling, I always recommend to him. His books, his notes are amazing. If you can read that, you can go through that, that will show help. Instead of going through all these YouTube videos which will just tell you about where to invest, go through the strategy, go through the real valuation, understand the roots instead of just understanding leaves. When someone says to okay, invest in this or use this tool, that is, they're directly talking about leaves of a tree. That's not going to help. From where you have to start, you have to start from the roots. You understand the business, you understand the fundamentals. When you learn that part, then you can move ahead and think about okay, these companies look good because of these parameters. So that's my the another thing, another reason why I started. We want to learn the fundamentals, we want to learn the financial modeling, we want to learn the valuation, we learn to the strategies used by others. So there is a bit of mix of everything. You just can't know one thing and invest it. You need to know all these parts. But you can start slowly, maybe ETF, SIP, mutual fund. This that's where you can start with, and then you can keep learning. If you want to keep investing and want to grow rich, the best part is start small, keep learning, improve your knowledge, keep going. That's the only way. And have a long term view. People say you can become rich in 2 year, 3 year. I don't know. Even a businessman who owns 100% of a business, they can't be rich in 2 or 3 years. It takes time to settle down any business. So that's my point, to learn things from the roads, to understand the fundamentals instead of just understanding the leaves, which is where to invest. That's the second thing which we learn through this channel. The third thing I'll say, it's more about to personality development, and I believe that's a must. That's a skill which we need to, which everyone need to have. When it comes to personality development, it's not just how you look, it's how you communicate, how deep your knowledge is about one concept, how confidently you can speak, why your resume is not picking up by any picking up by any recruiter, how you can have a better resume, how AI can help you to make better resume. Instead of thinking about investing AI, think about how you can use AI to improve your skills. Maybe then you know which company is better, which company is doing well, you know. So think from that personality development. It's come from the writing, communication, knowledge. Yeah, obviously how you look, that also matter, but that I believe maybe the last thing. Uh, Bill has asked a question: how can firm apply dynamic financial model to optimize capital allocation while managing exchange rate risk and regulatory uncertainty? Uh, to this question, like I have worked with few organization and I have noticed each company do have their own. The first thing is obviously own risk metrics and their own priorities in which countries or which in which region they want to enter into. Yeah, obviously the first thing is comes to whenever it comes to exchange rate risk is hedging, but when it comes to capital allocation, it's from the perspective of risk. So if I'm not sure which company you are talking about, but every company do have the risk metrics from the regional perspective, and they do know, okay, from this risk perspective they are going to put maybe 20%, 10%, whatever is their allocation. They do have yearly budget, and based on that, and obviously with risk there is always of a return as well. That metrics does have this reason is highly risky. Because of that, if any project can provide maybe 20% or more than that IR, I'm just giving these numbers. When there is some higher risk and they are looking for higher return, given after that taking out the cost of all the exchange risks, hedging and other parts, regulatory and uncertainty. Obviously, currently I'm talking working with one organization, and they have taken out like not to invest in the countries like Russia, because there is, and GCC, because there is a lot of concern from that perspective. So I believe this is obviously their, the first and foremost is internal policy. Based on that, you can use the financial models, and that's then they define what type of returns they are looking for if they want to enter in that particular market. That's what also define that. These are the two factor I'll say. But obviously risk and return goes into hand. um, any financial model can be used. It depends on what type of investment you are doing. Are you doing merger and acquisition, or is it organic or inorganic project? So it's based on that. So I'll say it's a combination of financial model and your internal company policies. Without that corporate finance policy, it will be hard, specifically from the exchange rate perspective. So that's what I can say from the perspective of financial modeling. Thanks for asking the question, Bill. uh, the next thing, when I'm talking about this of on this channel, I'm going to where I was. Yeah, personality development. And after personality development, it will be more from the savings and personal savings and busting perspective. Specifically for Gen Z, I was looking at few records, and specifically, I was looking in last night. And thanks, Will. Thank you very much for your nice comment. So day before yesterday, I was looking on few reports, and I found out in emerging countries like India, they are spending the most on luxury brands. I have thought it might be Europe, Australia, or US. This country, they will be higher per capita spending on luxury. And iPhone has 90 lakhs, like 9 million iPhones were sold in India in last 2023. So this Gen Z, even whatever disposable income they have, they are spending more on luxury instead of thinking about how to save and invest. They don't start saving early and don't do investing, and they don't understand how saving is important, and how we need to have buffer. In India, even in Australia, more than 60% people are goes paycheck to check. Yes, obviously inflation is the reason. I completely agree, but there are another factor as well, because our habits of spending is changing. We are spending more on luxury and wants instead of needs. Earlier there was a very critical rule of 50-30-20. It used to say 50% spend on your needs, 30% spend on your wants, and 20% save. But even in today's world, I'll say it has changed a bit because of inflation. Maybe 60% spend on your needs, and 20% your wants, and 20% savings. When you start saving, and you minimum need to have buffer of 6 to 8 months, you will never go broke. You will never feel that pressure. It will help you have a mental peace that will help to grow in your career. Sometimes we will not able to take the decision, and the reason why, because we don't know if we will do better in the next career or not, or if we are not able to survive because we don't have enough money for that 6 months to 12 months to survive without a job. So we will talk a lot about personal savings, budgeting, how to invest. So these are the four parameters which I want to cover on this YouTube channel. But financial modeling is my forte. I have prepared more than 100 financial model during my year in consulting, investment banking, and now in corporate. If you want any format, you want any type of modeling, comes it DCF, comparison or precedence, or you want to have any corporate finance modeling, feasibility studies modeling, or it's related to any financial planning and analysis, which is preparing budget for company. If you need that type of any format for modeling, happy to provide that as well. If you like my content, please subscribe my channel and keep watching. Thank you very much. Sorry, if anyone have any question, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you very much.